The school hall, Koeda tried to reach for a button on the vending machine, but it was just beyond his grasp. His struggles were cut short when a tall girl came along and pushed the button for him. It was revealed to be his junior, Oohara, who complimented Koeda on his club activities with a mischievous smile. Snatching the drink from her, Koeda told her that he doesn't need her help. As Koeda drank, Oohara draped herself over him and called him cute. He leapt away from the embrace and yelled at Oohara, saying that he told her to stop doing that. Oohara sulked that her fun was being spoilt. Patting Koeda's head, Oohara called him cute again, but he only yelled at her again. Oohara questioned if Koeda didn't like head pats, but he told her that head pats are only good when it's give and take. Oohara told Koeda that she's always been tall, so she's never been given head pats. Oohara then told him that he's so weak that even if she bent down, he wouldn't be able to pat her. Koeda was successfully goaded into acting, but Oohara easily snatched his hand. With menacing glare, Oohara told him that it's impossible for him to head pat her, as she was strong as well as tall. As Oohara told him that she'd never lose to him, Koeda got pissed off and began to force his hand towards Oohara even harder. As he pushed more and more, Koeda revealed that he's actually been doing strength training daily, and in the end, he overpowered Oohara. He bragged about his strength and gave Oohara a head pat. However, Koeda froze as he saw Oohara was blushing, wearing an expression that he's never seen before. Staring at each other, Oohara said that she actually liked doting on Koeda, but him actually showing some manliness and bragging was too vain for her, and in the end she fled. Left blushing alone, Koeda commented to himself that the prideful one was Oohara. Koeda was out to leave a wish on the local bamboo tree, staring at the plant in contemplation. As he decided to quickly leave his wish, Oohara approached out of nowhere, asking if he was holding his wish. Oohara began to tease Koeda, saying that his wish is probably to be tall, but when she actually asked what was on it, he hid his wish from her. However, it was pointless as Oohara's long arms made nothing out of reach, and she easily snatched the wish from Koeda's hand. She read the wish and saw that he wished to be seen as a man rather than a cutie. However, Oohara told him that that wish may never come true because he was just so adorable. As Oohara hugged Koeda, he noticed something, a wish with his name on it, causing him to ask about it. Oohara quickly took the wish back into her pocket, turning her face to hide how red it was becoming. Koeda asked why his name was on there and began to make a guess, which Oohara weakly declined whatever he was about to say. Koeda, not believing that the teasing Oohara could ever wish for something good for him, said that her wish must be to wish for him to be short forever. Oohara, slightly disappointed, called his guess cute. Hugging Koeda again, she said that she didn't wish ill on him, but he was still cautious about it. He still wanted to know whatever her wish was, but she said that she'll tell him when he's bigger, which will mean never. Walking home one day, Koeda was hit with a milk carton, only to discover that it was Oohara, annoying him again. After bonking Koeda, Oohara noticed something, that being a couple making out. As Oohara looked at the couple, she commented out loud that she had a thought about what if she and Koeda kissed, causing Koeda to snap his head towards her. Oohara talked about how if they tried to kiss, Koeda would have to be on his tippy toes, and she found the thought cute, but Koeda was just annoyed by the mere thought. But Oohara said that they should brainstorm how to smoothly kiss as a short king. They tried a few methods, but none seemed to be smooth to set the mood or be romantic in any way. Oohara, swinging on a bar, finally gave up and said that there's no smooth way for a short king to kiss, so Koeda must accept that he's cute. Koeda, who's barely got a word in, yelled at Oohara that she's the one who started this, so why must he accept the result? Just then, Oohara slipped from the bar she was swinging on, causing Oohara to fall and Koeda to try and save her. Luckily, Koeda caught Oohara princess style. As they held the embrace, Koeda noticed something while looking Oohara right in the eyes. Koeda announced while holding Oohara that the bridal carry was the best way for a short king to kiss a tall girl. Blushing, Oohara agreed that the bridal carry kiss would be the answer to her question. He tried to talk casually afterwards, but Both were blushing and thinking that the other shouldn't have done what they were doing, as it's making the other blush. Walking home in the rain, Koeda was called out to by Oohara, causing him to turn. Soaked to the bone, Oohara admitted that she forgot her umbrella, and if Koeda is worried about her, he's allowed to share his umbrella with her. Koeda just yelled at her to go home, but Oohara told him that he's being rude. Koeda stretched as far as he could to ensure that Oohara was under the umbrella, but Oohara just broke out into laughter at the sight of it. She found the sight so cute, but Koeda banished her from using his umbrella. Oohara then said that she should hold it as they walked, to which Koeda reluctantly agreed. Oohara leant down and draped herself over Koeda, lying that she didn't want to do this, but she had to. However, Koeda didn't like it and tried to shake off Oohara, and during the tussle, O'Hara's bag fell on the ground. Oohara blamed Koeda's height as the reason for her bag falling, but as it lay on the ground, she noticed something and quickly snatched it up. Koeda questioned what she was hiding, but Oohara denied hiding anything. Oohara used her height to hide the secret object, telling Koeda that he'd never know what it is due to his short stature. Oohara then teased that she will know everything about Koeda since she towers over him, but that made Koeda realize that Oohara is hiding something. Blushing, Oohara still denied that something was there, but internally, she thanked her tall height for this. It turned out that Oohara was hiding an umbrella, which she had all along, but if Koeda knew that she had it, he might learn that she actually liked him. Koeda called Oohara ditzy for forgetting her umbrella, but she admitted that she was more of a schemer, confusing Koeda. At the pool on a hot summer's day, Koeda bumped into someone and began to apologize. However, it turned out to be Oohara, who instantly began to tease Koeda for his height. She asked if he came to the pool alone, but he told her he was with his sister, causing her to question if his sister was taller or shorter, until his sister called out and she had the answer to her question. It turned out that Koeda's little sister, Hina, was just a little cutie but also the same height as Koeda. Oohara had a cuteness overload from the sight of the pair of them and began to introduce herself. Oohara and Hina began to talk, with Hina being a bit nervous about Oohara. Suddenly, their conversation was cut short as Koeda spotted a beach ball heading towards them, causing him to leap into action. With his speed and strength, Koeda managed to reach Oohara and pull her out of the way of the stray ball. Face to face, Koeda explained his actions, with Oohara thanking him for it, before spotting how toned he was. As an awkward vibe began to grow, it was broken by another girl apologizing for hitting the ball towards them. The girl turned out to be a tanned beauty who gave Koeda a conveniently placed hug. Oohara seemed to get jealous of the interaction, while Hina laughed at Koeda for being mistaken as a kid. Oohara decided to do something about her jealousy and claimed that it was just so hot while unzipping her hoodie, surprising Koeda. As Oohara all but flung off her hoodie, she beckoned Koeda to go swimming with her, all the while she hoped her figure would catch Koeda's attention. Koeda was stunned and went red, but his mesmerized state was broken by Hina gushing over Oohara. Oohara was surprised that her looks were more effective on Hina than Koeda, but fortunately for her, Koeda didn't understand what she was trying to say. However, Hina then claimed that she wanted a big sister like Oohara rather than a short older brother like Koeda. The siblings then did what all siblings do: fight, bicker, and throw hands. While all that was happening, Oohara was red and overloading from the cuteness of the fight. Heading home from the pool, Oohara decided to walk with the siblings, with Hina clinging onto Oohara and Koeda commenting on it. Koeda asked about the friends Oohara came with, but she gave some excuse that they were slow and she'd meet them later. Hina then called O'Hara's bluff, asking if she was lying, and left her friends to walk home with Koeda before returning to them. Hina then said the magic words. Oohara likes Koeda, right? Oohara, her poker face strong, calmly called Hina's name, surprising her. Oohara then rattled out a huge list of excuses to deflect from the truth, but Hina saw through it, telling her that everything will be okay. Hina then confessed to Oohara that she liked Koeda too, revealing a tsundere brocon in the story, and surprising Oohara. Oohara couldn't do anything but laugh and laugh, catching Koeda's attention, only for him to hear that Oohara was saying that she didn't really like him. Koeda was invited, well, more coerced, into spending the day shopping with Oohara. As he waited in the hot sun, he imagined what Oohara might be wearing, ending up in the thought that she might be wearing a surprisingly cute outfit. O'Hara's voice then called out to him, catching Koeda's attention. It turned out that Oohara was in a stylish outfit that complemented her figure and suited her cool personality. As Koeda stared at her, she perfectly guessed his thoughts, causing him to question if she was a mind reader. Oohara, with a sadistic look on her face, explained that she had to wear heels to increase the height gap, just so she can look more adult-like and make him look more like a child, torturing him. As the pair began to walk together, Koeda mentioned that he couldn't see anything with the crowd being so thick. Oohara, taking the chance while he was there, began to pick up Koeda with the excuse that he can see better this way. Oohara then began to lift him up and down, teasing him like she always does. However, as she flung him up and down, she claimed that he can only be teased by her. But while he was up in the air, Koeda spotted something. Koeda saw a tag on Oohara's inner shirt, and it revealed that she was wearing a pricey piece. He asked why she'd buy it and wear something so expensive for just a day out with him. However, his question caused Oohara to suddenly drop him. Blushing and panicking that she forgot to remove the price tag, Oohara claimed that the high price range was normal for her, and then revealed in a tsundere way that she looked high and low for this top. As she snapped off the tag, she claimed that Koeda's clothes were cheap since they were made for children. Oohara then looked down to see a defeated Koeda, complaining that she shouldn't have just suddenly dropped him. Oohara then told Koeda if he's hurt, she'll treat him until he's healed, but he declined the offer, annoying Oohara.